You're worried about your late stage teenager or your young adult, very often a boy. And the issue is this kind of failure to launch. The child may be doing a lot of dope, marijuana, some drinking. They may not be getting out of bed in the mornings, or even if they are, they're not really motivated to accomplish much. At some point in time, you may consider counseling for your child, and it's almost as if you wag the finger and say, you need to go to counseling. Look at that from the child's perspective. They're not going to take that as a reasonable solution. They're going to take that as a threat. It's going to build in a belief that going to counseling is meeting with someone else who'll just take out a bigger finger. That doesn't bode well for the counseling process. Even if the person goes, you're faced with the challenge, will they actually open up? Will they talk? Very often in those circumstances, when the young person goes to counseling, they have an attitude of, either you can't make me, or they're going to spew a whole line of, what, about the parents. Rather than sending your child to counseling first, parents go first. The benefit of the parents going first, even if they're separated, what, you stay here, sweetheart. The benefit of the parents going first is that you can have a very fulsome discussion with the therapist. The therapist will hopefully take what we call a biopsychosocial perspective and ask a lot of questions about your own family history, your family of origins, uh, questions pertaining to illnesses, questions pertaining to mental health problems, either with yourselves or with your extended kin. And the therapist can also ask questions about family life, pregnancy, birth, development, because sometimes there are cues or clues in that history that help us to understand the current problems with the young person. With the parents going first, it also serves as a role model to the young person that this isn't a punishment, this isn't a bad thing. And with the parents going first, maybe they're going to learn a few things about their child without their child even being there. Maybe they can learn some strategies how to better manage the concerns with respect to the child without the child even being there. It's not uncommon in these scenarios that parents have very, very different views of what may have given rise to the problem and what the solutions may be. So that parental conflict can actually contribute to the perpetuation of the child's problem. So parents going first, it's a very potent strategy for any number of reasons to help that young person who somehow or other has failed to launch. I'm Gary Derenfeld. Hope this has been helpful. You don't need to see me. You can see any other therapist. And I better watch my fingers because I don't want you to take that as a threat either. Take care.